Okay, good evening to one and all. This is a class that is going to show the different levels of investment in the market. In particular, for instance, what you're seeing on your screen right now is the 1 week or the weekly chart of Bitcoin. And for the last 3 weeks, the price of Bitcoin has been trending down. This is actually an expected event due to the fact of the Bitcoin halving. And what normally takes place the week before the Bitcoin halving is a drawdown that leads into the mass spring forward. As I put the Fibonacci onto the weekly chart, we notice that there is a potential for price to draw down. If it goes to the fair value gap, it means the price can go as low as 56,000. And if it goes to the 0.6 level, the price can go as low as 51,000. And if it goes to the extreme level, 50% drawdown, we'll be looking at a price of 44,000. So basically, that is what the Fibonacci is telling us. And when we examine the MACD, excuse me, when we examine the MACD, we notice that the MACD has gotten to it has done its 2 runs up, and the price is now poised for a downward trend on the MACD. The MACD lines are about to cross for the downward position. As we look at the special RSI, we notice that the double tops are formed and price is being rejected to the downside based on the special RSI. When we look at the market cipher, we note that the 2 mountains have taken place, the double top has taken place. And in the midst of the double top taking place, we are now heading to the downside. So for those of you who are looking for a potential entry place to enter your Bitcoin trade for the rest of the bull market, that trade has not emerged as yet. Once this particular rundown has completed, once this particular retracement has completed, then once you get your buy indicators lined up, you will be able to enter for the run up. Now, as we look at the projections based on Fibonacci, in terms of the where price is expected to go, we are looking at a potential price of $109,000 in that particular zone at the 1.6 up here. So this is where price is expected to go. So we're looking on an average range of anywhere between, excuse me, we're looking at that $107,000 to $110,000 range for this profit-taking phase of Bitcoin. So once price has done this retracement that it is presently in on the weekly chart, and it begins its upward journey, you would be able to jump into the market for the overall top coins and gain your profits that way. For those of you who like taking shorts, you will be enjoying the privilege of shorts for the next week or so. Basically, we have the Bitcoin halving is going to take place in approximately 10 days. So once that takes place, you're going to see the market is going to go crazy. So don't be anxious. Don't be anxious. Let the trade come to you. Now, in terms of future projections of what we are looking at with Bitcoin, um, once this retracement takes place, you're going to see a lot of motion to the upside. Now, what you would have noticed if you were watching the market from Friday to now, as Bitcoin began its downward descent to equilibrium, all of the other altcoins, whether you were in a position with Floki or Doge or any of those, you found yourself having to come out of those positions, because what you would notice if you've been following the crypto market for some time is the fact that if, for instance, if Bitcoin goes down, say 5%, the altcoins will go down anywhere from 15 to 25%, in some cases as low as 30. So you must consider that as a factor. The same way how you are factoring in that you are able to make greater gains because of the room for growth in the altcoins, you should also be mindful that the overall market of cryptocurrency is affected, and uh, uh, and when I say is affected, is tied to the price movement or price action of Bitcoin. So no matter what coin you are trading, you should be mindful of that fact in all points of your journey. Now, what this presents to most individuals whenever they come into a situation like this, when uh, the overall market is in a downward descent, persons think that there are no available opportunities within the cryptocurrency space. But the reality is this is not so. Um, During this particular time, you should know that even though the overall market is in decline, there is always an opportunity to make major, massive gains within the cryptocurrency space. And those gains can be found within the new coins, newly minted coins, and so on and so forth. Now, before I begin this lesson, I must say this is considered what they call degen behavior. Now, excuse me, this particular method of trading or investing is one whereby you don't want to risk a lot of money in the market. This is the type of scenario that if you have a healthy portfolio, I would only advise maybe doing this type of trading with about 10% of your portfolio, anywhere from 10 to 20%. But this particular trading strategy is for individuals that are starting out with a small account, say an account that is as small as $500 to $1,000, and they want to ensure that they can pull anywhere from they want to ensure that they can pull anywhere from 20 to 30% or more out of the market a day. Now, you should know that this particular method of investing or this particular method of trading in cryptocurrency, this is the very shortest time frame investing that you will ever encounter within the space, due to the fact that the average, what is that noise? Due to the fact that the average length of time you're going to spend in these new coins is going to be approximately an hour to 2 hours at max. Now, within that hour to 2 hours, you will be able to garner returns of anywhere from 15% all the way up to 100% within that hour to 2 hours. And I'm going to show you how you're going to find that opportunity and how you're going to ensure that when this opportunity avails itself, that you are able to maximize on the opportunity. Now, you within this lesson, I'm also going to introduce you to what is known as bot trading. Bot trading. So if you do not have a Telegram account, you won't be able to use these bots. And the reason why we use bots to trade these new coins is because one, it allows us to enter and exit positions rather quickly without having to go through the dynamics of transferring wallets and switching chains on the wallet and having to incur exorbitant transfer fees and things of that nature. This method and that I'm going to show you tonight is going to basically show you a different way of trading the markets, and not just trading the markets, but being able to trade the markets for small periods of time and garner your profits and get out without too much trouble. Now, the main instruments for this exercise that you're going to be using is going to be dexscreener.com, which is on your screen right now, dexscreener.com. And the instruments that you're going to be using on Telegram, the bots that you will be using is based on which platforms you will be trading. Now, because this particular trading year has started out with the Solana network taking the lead, I'm going to introduce you to the tools that will allow you to trade the new Solana coins as they emerge on the market. Okay, so the first tool that you will be using is a tool called Soul Scanner. Now, please don't panic. I will give you the links to these bots so that you can upload these bots into your Telegram. And I will go through the bots one by one, at least the Solana bot, the primary Solana bot, which is the BONK bot. A lot of you would have heard about the BONK coin, not knowing that trend came about as a result of the creation of the BONK bot, which made trading Solana coins a whole lot easier. Now, another thing that you should be mindful of, if you are trading on the Solana coins and Solana network, you're going to have, or you should have a Phantom wallet. Phantom wallet is the primary wallet that you will need to transact with the Solana and Solana-based coins. So with that being said, please download a Phantom wallet. Now, how this system works, the first phase of this is we find coins that are moving first. That is the first step. The first step is we find coins that are moving. Now, the way that we find these coins that are moving is on dexscreener.com. Now, when you first come to dexscreener.com, you will find basically an open list of coins. Let me start from a fresh screen. When you first get to DEX Screener, you're going to have all of the pairs and all of the pools that are being created. They're going to be available to you. And what you're going to see is at the top of the screen is the different networks on which the coins are available. Now, for this particular method of trading, because they're going to be trading Solana coins, you want to click on the Solana icon at the top so that all of the pairs at the bottom would now only show Solana pairs. They would only show Solana pairs. That is the first step you want to do. Ensure that all of the Solana pairs show up. The second step you want to do is you want to change the amount of volume that is liquidity that is within that coin. So you would come to this volume button right here, and you will change the settings to 10,000 and above. So all of those coins that have liquidity of 10,000 and above will appear. And the next thing you want to, oh my goodness, liquidity 10,000 and above. I didn't want the volume. Okay, and the next is the time frame that you want to look at. Let me go back to the very beginning. Bear with me a second. Okay, so when you first come and you click on the Solana coins, you're going to notice a number of headings at the top. The primary headings that you want to change so as to ensure that you are looking at coins that are young and coins that have liquidity and coins that have a sizable market cap. The first thing you want to do is change the age of coins. And what you will notice is you have coins that are 1 hour and less, 3 hours and less, 6 hours and less, 12 hours or less. You want to click on the 3-hour setting. So only the coins that are 3 hours, only the coins that are 3 hours and younger will appear. And the next setting you want to change is the amount of liquidity. You want to ensure that there's $10,000 or more of liquidity within that coin. And once you click that, you will notice that all of the coin pairs that now emerge are coin pairings that fit that particular criteria. If you look at the age, for instance, this particular pairing, 1 hour, 8 minutes, this one, 9 minutes, this one, 1 hour, 38 minutes, this one, 2 hours, 33 minutes, and so on and so forth. So you will notice that the time frame on these particular ones are 3 hours or less. And you will also notice that when you come over to the liquidity column, you will notice that based on the fact that you wanted liquidity to be $10,000 or more, you'll notice that all of these pairs are $10,000 or more in terms of their liquidity. Now, this is just to set the initial outlay for you to see what pairs are moving. As you look at this particular setup, the first pairing you see here is a pairing called cat with cup. As we examine it, we notice that it has only been in existence for 1 hour and 9 minutes. And as we go across, there has been over $1.9 million in volume within the last hour moving through that coin, but it has a liquidity of 28,000. Now, this is just the start of us looking at coins, because here it is. Most of you will get all excited that, okay, this particular coin made 5,324% within 24 hours. that is not enough. You want to, firstly, you want to open the tab on that particular coin. When it opens, you now want to do certain things. You want to examine certain details of this particular coin. Now, here it is. We notice right out the bats that the chart is not a beautiful chart to begin with. She's already having some issues. She's already started a downward tanking. So this is not a coin that we would be wanting to invest in based on the fact that it has already gone through, it's already gone through its two waves. And when I say two waves, when you're examining new coins just launched, you will notice that most of them will have wave one, then come down, then you'll see wave two, and that is the end of the move. And normally when wave two finishes, the coin crashes and burns. Now, to give you some understanding in terms of the time frame of all of this taking place, this literally takes less than hours to transpire. When we go to the daily chart on this coin, it only appears as one knot. When we go to the 4 hour, it hardly appears. When we go to the 1 hour, nothing there. Go to the 15-minute chart. You literally have to, you will find yourself when you're looking at these coins, if you don't like looking at coins or movements of charts in the smaller time frames, this is not the method of investing for you. Because to be on top of this particular method of investing, you will have to be using the 1 minute or the 1 second chart in order to keep up. Now, what you will find is if a coin lasts more than 2 hours in the market and goes on to say last an additional day or three, those coins tend to have a capacity for a longer life. Now, the thing you want to be cognizant of as well, ladies and gentlemen, is certain key factors when you pull up a coin from the trending board. You want to pay attention to the liquidity of the coin. For instance, this particular coin has $31,000 of liquidity that has been locked and burnt to ensure that it cannot be taken out. When we look at what the present market cap of this coin is, it's 396. And when we look at what transpired for the last 5 minutes, price has gone up 16% within the last 5 minutes. So this would give you an idea of how quickly these coins move within the market. Now, not just to show you the quickness of the movement of the coins in the market, what I want to show you also is the profit potential of these coins. When we place this particular chart under the price range projection, this initial run from the start of the coin's creation to the peak of this first valley was a 526% move. A 526% move. This second run up from the second valley if you had gotten out here, that was a 273% move on the second thrust. And the first move was a 526% move. Now, here it is. to give you some idea of how I personally trade these, I would not use more than $100 on a new coin, based on the fact that I am looking to garner a position whereby I want to be in one of these initial swings, either the primary first swing out the gates or catching the second swing on the second move that most coins will do. To give you some understanding of what normally takes place with a coin, when the coin first comes out, you will normally find that there is an extreme spike to the upside, and within an hour or so, that spike begins to retrace. And there's usually a retracement of 50 to 60%, and then there's a second leg that goes up on the price. Now, you as a trader trading these particular type of movements, if you've missed this first swing, don't panic. Wait for the retracement to take place, and then you would just simply enter a position at the beginning of the second swing. Now, I must stress, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very addictive form of trading. And when I say that, because of how quickly the profits come in from this particular method of trading, and the fact of the matter is, most persons don't learn how to use reasonable self-control. Now, in terms of this particular scenario, when I say using self-control, if you've seen that there's a break of structure and you're already in the second wave, don't assume or beg or pray that it is going to give you a third wave. The chances of a third wave are slim to none. You must understand, ladies and gentlemen, 90%, I would even go higher. I would say 95%. 95% of coins created will have these spikes and then they will return to zero. The other 5 to 10% that continue on will come to be known as the Pepes and the Bonks and the and those type of coins. Now you must be aware that there are different ways of coins coming into the market, and what you will encounter, especially in looking at Dex Screener, you will encounter some coins that will have already an established market cap of anywhere from $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, but I'll show you how those are done later on in the lecture. But this is, let me go back to the Dex Screener. So after you have set the age of the coins, which is a 3-hour or less, and after you've set the liquidity of $10,000 or more, those are the two settings you must change. Then you can now go to the different headers here. For instance, you can click on the 5-minute and you can see which coins have been performing the best within the last 5 minutes. And based on that, you can now go further into your research. For instance, this particular first coin called post-traumatic Solana disorder is 7 minutes old, and it has had 282 buys, 75 sells, and there is $24,000 in liquidity, and there are 56 market makers. And we noticed that this particular coin in the last 24 hours has done 632%. Once we have decided, okay, this looks good, primarily, we will open the tab on it to take a look at the actual chart on that coin. And what we notice is right out the gates, this particular coin has $24,000 in liquidity locked up and burnt, and its present market cap is at 245,000. Now here it is within the last 5 minutes. Price has started to go down. So this is a coin that you would want to wait and watch a bit to ensure that it is finished with its drawdown and it has made up its mind whether it is going to continue living as a coin or it is going to die. Now, what you will find here it is, we've already seen that there is a break of structure. We have lower highs and lower lows forming, but this does not mean the end of a coin just because of the structure. You must understand that as new buyers come in, it will affect the price, and as persons sell their bags, that will also affect the price. You want to be an investor that is coming in at the first wave or at the second wave. Anything else is considered gravy. If you had come into this coin on the first, on the first wave, you would have, if you had come in at the beginning, you would have garnered 145% profit if you had come in on the first wave. If you had come in on the second wave, let's say at this juncture, for instance, you would have been able to pull 97% out of the market. Now, this is a method of building small accounts consistently every day. Here it is, how many traders you know can come into the market for a couple hours, a couple minutes, and pull 97% out of the market, or starting their morning out, pull 145% out of the market. Now, you must be mindful, folks, contain your greed. And when I say contain your greed, you want to take profit along the way. I have to stress this, ladies and gentlemen. You want to take profits along the way. You do not want to be a trader that trades in hopium, which is hoping that the market does what you want it to do. Simply accept what the market is doing in your present state and trade it accordingly. Now, the old way of trading these type of fast moving coins, you would have had to do it completely manually. Now, before we get to the actual trading, I want to show you with the Solana based coins, there is the rug check method of checking the coin's validity, as well as the Flux bot, which allows you to check the coin's validity. Now, in order to check the coin's validity, once you have the chart open, you will go to the top section right here where the coin short name is, and you will click the coin's address. Once you have clicked the coin's address, you can go to this website here called rugcheck.xyz, rugcheck.xyz, and the same contract address on that coin, you would simply copy, where you copied and pasted it, you would now put it here and you would run a check. And what we see here, it is telling us that it is dangerous to invest in this particular coin due to the fact that, one, there's only a single holder holding 50% of the coins. in essence, a high holder concentration, as well as there is a low amount of liquidity providers. So with that, with this initial check alone on rug checks, that in itself would cause us not to invest in this particular coin, because there is a high probability of this particular coin being a rug pull. This is one method of checking a Solana-based coin, rugchecks.xyz. But because we are in a more advanced society and technology is quickly taking over, we have a bot on Telegram, which is known as the Soul Scanner bot. I will include these in the links. This particular video will be uploaded to YouTube with the accompanying links for the bots that I'm going to talk about. The first bot that you want to install in your Telegram is the Soul Scanner bot. And what this particular bot does is it gives you a quick breakdown of a coin. Now, as we have copied the link of that particular last coin that we looked at, what's the name of the coin? Go back. PTSD, yeah. We looked at PTSD, which is now tanking. So this going back to zero. When we go to Telegram, before we go to Telegram, sorry, we would copy the link, the contract address of the coin. Then we would now go to Telegram and the Soul Scanner bot, and we would just simply paste the link of that coin contract address and enter it, and the bot will scan the coin, and here it is. The information on the coin will come up in the bot. You have the full name, post-traumatic Solana disorder coin, PTSD. You have the coins thing. And they're giving us a high warning. It's telling us the very high deployer token holding, as we saw in the rug checks website that we looked at first to check this coin out. We see the minting is off, so that means that the owner cannot make more coins of this nature, and 100% of the liquidity is burnt. In terms, you also get the age of the coin, which is now 14 minutes old. You get the market cap, which is $144,000, and you get the all-time high, which was $313,000. You are shown the liquidity that is presently moving in, which is 17%, and you get all the other information. But this particular scenario, you're given the details that you need to know whether or not this is a safe scenario. This is telling you point blank that this is not a safe scenario because of the high amount of token holdings by the creator. In terms of the links that you have available to you here with this particular bot, you can buy through this bot. I do not advise that. I'm going to show you the bot to use to buy these particular types of tokens. And this is a way of assessing the initial status of this coin. And as we see here, this is not a very safe coin to invest in. I looked at other coins earlier. For instance, this particular coin I looked at earlier was the Book of Solana, which is now dead in the water as well. This was another one. Windows 98 had a very good run this morning, probably dead in the water now. But this particular bot, Soul Scanner is the name of this bot. This allows you to do quick checks on Solana-based coins. So Soul Scanner is the primary function here. Now, in terms of what you will use to actually be buying and selling, the primary thing that you will be using to buy and sell is a is a bot called the BONK Bot, and that is it. This is the BONK Bot that you're viewing right now on your screen. And same scenario with Soul Scanner. You just simply open up the BONK Bot. Now, the BONK Bot will allow you to buy and sell Solana-based coins right from your Telegram interface. Now, the advantage of this particular bot is one whereby it allows you to carry out your buy and sell transactions very quickly. Now, keep in mind the ability to make profits, like how you would be able to enter your short sells while trading the futures market. You won't be able to do that here using this particular system. You will only be able to buy low and sell high, that type of scenario. Now, to give you some idea as to what you will get, when you first log into the BONK Bot, you will get this first box right here. And once you press enter, you will get the first layout and basically welcoming you to the BONK Bot. And you are given what is known as a hot wallet, a wallet address that you can send Solana to. So in order to use this BONK Bot, you would have to send your Solana coins to the BONK Bot wallet, which is this address right here. And this would be your unique wallet address. Once you have sent your Solana to this wallet address, you will be able to trade the Solana-based coins through the bot. In terms of what is available to you, you have the individual settings of buy, sell, and so on and so forth. If you go into the settings feature of the BONK Bot, you will see a general layout telling you what is available to you. Now, for you newcomers, please completely ignore the auto buy function, because what the auto buy function will do, if you enable that, the minute you put a search for a coin by putting the coin's address here, it will automatically buy for you. You do not want to do that. So you want to use the manual buy scenario. So please ensure that the auto buy section is set to disabled so that you won't be doing any automatic buys when you start using this particular tool. In terms of what I have done with my particular settings, I have set my buy, my left buy button at 0.05 SOL, my right button at 0.10 SOL. Because in terms of me entering into my positions, I do not want to just simply ape into a position. I want to gradually dollar cost average into a position. Now, in terms of my sell button configurations, I have on my left sell button, I have it set to 25%, and my right sell button, I have it set at 100%. The reason why I have it set at 25% is to allow me to sell off a portion of my position once I'm moving in the profit phase. I do not want to wait to the very end of a price action movement to think about taking profit. With this particular method of trading or this particular method of investing, because the window of opportunity is so small, you need to take profit along the way. So here it is. Every time I get to a particular phase in price structure, I will take off 25%. And if I see the upward momentum of the coin has come to an end, I would just simply sell off 100% and walk away from that particular trade. Now, in terms of the slippage configuration that I have here is presently set at a 5% buy slippage and a 5% sell slippage. For those of you who may be wondering, what in the world is the slippage issue? Well, the slippage issue is a combination of factors. There are times when you are not able to get the market order price that you want right away, and there's a fluctuation in the price. And what this fluctuation in the price is, this is known as the slippage. Now, in terms of most Bitcoin scenarios, the slippage can run anywhere from 1.5 all the way up to 10%. So that is one of the reasons why I put my slippage in that 5% range. I would advise anywhere from 5% to 7.5 to be in the safe scenario. The next thing that I've done is I've changed the transaction priority to very high. And what this does is it ensures that my order is front run. And not only is it front run, it will allow it will allow my transaction to increase in terms of the speed of the transaction, and it will basically place me as a priority order. So I won't have to worry about, did this order go in? Do I have to wait? And so on and so forth. The MEV Protect feature it accelerates your transactions and protects you against front runs. This is to make sure you get the best price possible in terms of your actual trade. Now, in terms of that, you want that set at turbo, and the transaction priority, you want that set at very high. And these are the general settings. The most important ones are your buy button configurations and your sell button configurations. And once you've set those configurations, you can close your settings. Now, once you are ready to purchase a coin, for instance, and you've already placed you've already placed Solana into your wallet on the BONK Bot, and you're ready to investigate or ready to buy or trade a coin. For instance, this particular coin that I was looking at this morning, Trump coin. Once you have the contract address from the DEX screener, you would copy that on DEX screener and simply paste it here on BONK Bot. And once you paste it on BONK Bot, it now gives you the options of whether you want to buy and how much you want to buy. For instance, remember the settings that I showed you? I had it set for buy at the 0.05 level, as well as the 0.10 sold level. For me, what I basically do, because I play this particular market very small because of the very volatile nature, a coin that can shoot up 100 to 200% in an hour's time can also crash and burn very quickly. So that is one of the reasons why I appreciate the bots, and that is one of the reasons why I'm glad that the bots allow me a faster interaction than I would have had if I had to do a lot of this stuff manually. So basically, you're able to buy into your position, and based on how much Solana you have in your account. If you wanted to buy a particular amount of this coin instead of the size position that you already have allotted in your settings, you would just simply come to the buy X sold, and you would be able to just simply put in the amount, the actual amount specifically that you want to buy. And once you made that buy and you click the buy button, you're asked to confirm it, the buy goes through, and that is on deck. Now, to give you an understanding, you could always check and manage your account through the sell and manage feature, or sorry, the manage feature, and you can always have access to checking your wallet balance using these bots. This Bonk bot is the primary bot that is used for day trading the new coins that emerge on the Solana network. Now, most of you would have also heard that the competing narrative with the Solana network narrative is the base mainnet narrative. And what has emerged with Base is Base has their own trading bot as well. And that bot for Base related coins is called the UNIBOT. This is the UNIBOT version 2 Elite DEX trading bot. And this particular bot specializes in you being able to trade Base related coins, those coins that are on the Base mainnet. That would be coins like Brett, coins like Toshi, coins like Arrow, coins like Chicky, those type of coins on the Base mainnet. Same scenario. You're able to have your base chain purchases done using this bot. But for beginners new to the bot trading system, I would advise using the Solana network, primarily based on the fact that the Solana network is cheaper in terms of the cost of transactions. Because keep in mind, even though the Base network is cheaper than the Ethereum network, in comparison to Solana, they're still more expensive. So keep that in mind. So that is one of the primary reasons that at this particular juncture, I would advise students to focus more on the Solana network at this particular junction. And these are the primary tools that you would use, the BONK Bot and Soul Scanner, in terms of actually moving into your trade. In terms of the market, this is what I'm talking about in terms of the volatility of the market. Here it is. This particular coin now is starting its next run up, and just in that small space of time, in talking with you guys about this PTSD coin, the PTSD coin has, in this quick run, has made a 90% move just in me talking within that small time frame. So this would give you an idea of how quickly you can make money trading these type of coins. Now, the thing is, I must stress, use small amounts of money when you're entering into this. One of the ways that I would advise, for instance, one of the ways that I would advise entering into these positions, let's just say if I had only $1,000 to begin with, and I'm starting off with $1,000. What I would do is I would literally just break that down into into tens, sorry, $100 allocations, and I would $100 into a position, and I'm only going to do one trade for that day. I'm only going to focus on one pair for that day. So I'm going to ensure that I do my appropriate rug checks to ensure that it is not a rug pull. I'm going to ensure that there's enough liquidity in the coin that I'll be able to exit my position once I've entered this coin transaction. I want to ensure that the market cap is large enough to accommodate my position. And most importantly, I am in this with a mentality and a mindset of knowing that this particular coin can turn direction at any given moment. Now, when I say that to say this type of trading, you cannot set and forget it. This type of trading, you have to actually be at the monitor. You have to actually be there to ensure that you are on top of the game. For instance, if you were in this particular run-up and you had already gotten your 90% from this run-up, you see this retracement taking place, this would be a good place and time to take maybe 25% of profit. And this is one of the reasons why I have that 25% sell setting in the BONK Bot. At this particular juncture, I would have taken at least 25% of my profit because I don't know what the coin is going to do. And at this particular juncture, I'm watching this coin closely. Now, this is one of the reasons why it is good to have two monitors, because here it is, you should have your DEX screener monitor open to the charts here, and you should have the other monitor open to your Telegram BONK Bot so that you are able to enter and exit your positions very quickly, and you don't have to be scrimmaging per se. So basically, this is the method of trading these coins. I want to reiterate some things. Now, in this particular scenario here, with this particular downward swing, I would now make a 100% exit from this particular position. You do not want to become emotionally tied to any of these coins. These coins are merely here for you to make money in a very fast pace, and know that when these coins are created, you want to do your due diligence, you want to do your research. So with that being said, let me walk you back through the scenario. You will initially use dexscreener.com to allocate the coins that you want to research, and you want to change the settings to Solana based coins, because we'll be using the BONK Bot, which caters only to Solana based coins. You want to change the age of the coins that you're looking at to 3 hours or younger, and you want to change the liquidity settings to $10,000 or higher. And once you've done that, you want to examine the top performing coins here. One of the key things that I would do, if I'm just starting out in the morning, I would ensure that these settings are set up as such, and I would take the top performers that I feel have the best chance of giving me a good day. And for instance, this Dolan Trump, MAME Networks, and these four, I would open a window on each one of these. For instance, let me do it rather quickly so you could get a good idea. I would open a window on Dolan Trump. I would open a window on Trump while. What's another one that is moving? I would open. So basically, that's 3 coins that I would have opened up a window on. This first one is the Trump coin. As you would notice, it has been climbing tremendously now. Coins like these, I am very wary of. I like to see some breaks in terms of when I say see some breaks, I like to see some sells because it is possible that the developer of this coin could be using a bot to make orders so as to drive up the market cap of the coin and to basically give the impression that this coin is going to do very well. I would be wary of this coin, and once I looked at the chart, I would go into the rug pull. Let me do a quick rug check. Mr. Trump coin. And all I'm getting is danger. Authority still is mint, authority still is enabled. So it means that this person who created this coin can make more coins and as well as carry out a rug pull. This type of scenario I'd be careful of. Let's look at the other one. Trump sold on the radio. Wow. Trump is very popular right now. This coin here, I would also be a little cautious of. I would do my due diligence on it. See the other one, people. Now, see, this is the type of scenario I like to see in terms of the price action. I like to see some sells going on in there, but in the same breath, you must notice that the buys and sells are of the same amount, the 0.01 buy, 0.01 sell. So what that tells me is the developers are using bots to put in small buys and sells to drive this price up. So this in itself is not a safe coin to invest in. Let's look at another one. PTSD. This is on its way up or down. Go to the 1 second. Oh, it's going up. So here it is. As you would notice with these particular coins, it is you are able to make tremendous runs within a very short or small space of time. And this, it can develop into a bad thing if you're not exercising self-control. It can lead to it can lead to gambling type trading. Now, here it is. When I told you about people using bots, look at the sales on this Trump 2024 coin. It was consistently moving up, no real breaks. And as we scroll down and look through the orders that came in, 0.1, 0.01, 0.01. So that is letting you know that a bot was driving this upward momentum, and the individuals, they only wanted to drive the price up, and now the price has dropped and gone to zero. If we look at what has taken place within the last 5 minutes, the price literally tanked. Now, this is something that you as an investor here, if you see this type of price action on a chart, know to stay away from that type of coin because that is a heavily manipulated coin. And the same thing with this is what is known as a classic rug pull. Everybody jumping in, persons who are not aware that this had all these people who were buying $114, $37, $40. All of these persons who bought in, when the developer decided that they would sell, all of these persons were left holding the bag. All of these persons were left holding the bag because the developer was using a bot to drive the price up. And when it got to a level that they wanted it to be at, in this particular instance, when price market cap got to 119,000, they sold off their bag and drove the price to zero. So with that in mind, you as an investor, this is one of the primary reasons right here This is one of the primary reasons right here why you should take profit along the way. If this was a coin that you had done your due diligence on, and you had entered, say, at this particular point here, if you had entered at this particular point down here, every time you saw that there was a retracement in this particular coin's projection, so every time you saw this red here, this red here, all of these are places that you should have taken profit. And this is one of the reasons why I have my settings on the BONK Bot to at 25%. So here it is. If you had entered when the initial breakout and you had ridden this wave here, that would have been 6.3%. That is a good day, ladies and gentlemen. I know you may not think so, but you must think in terms of a lot of persons coming into the cryptocurrency space. They are allowing greed and YouTubers out there to cause them to act irrationally. Here it is. If this was the stock market, if this was a stock, if this was Google or Amazon, and Google or Amazon had moved 6%, most stock traders would have been popping champagne bottles because they made a good day. But here it is. What I am telling you, or the rhyme and reason I'm telling you, some of you will want to hold out instead of taking profits. You want to hold out in the hopes that you can catch the entire run. You're hoping that you can catch the entire run. So here it is. This run was only a 29%, 29.20% run. If you had just simply put $100 in there, you would have made your $29. If you had put $1,000 in there, you would have made $292. So it's all comparative. This thing called trading, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a race for the swift. I know everybody is in this to make money, but common sense should always serve as your guide. And you must know and sense when greed is dictating your actions. If you are just keeping a regular commercial bank account with Royal Bank or Scotia or any of those guys, ain't no way in the world you would make these type of gains. You would hold an account with these people for a whole entire year and you would make less than 2%. But here it is, you're in a market that is allowing you the opportunity whereby you can make, this is what 2% is right here, 2%. And for those of you who are doing the 1K to 1 million challenge, you would know that 2% a day is all that you're looking to make in order to fulfill the requirements of the challenge. So this particular method, once you do your due diligence, once you ensure that you do the rug checks to make sure that the coin is safe, you want to run it through SolScan and all of that to ensure that the coin is safe, you are able to stay ahead of the curve. You're able to stay ahead of the curve. Now, what I'm planning to do starting tomorrow, I'm actually going to be allowing persons to join me via Patreon. whereby they can pay a monthly membership fee. And literally what I'm going to be doing is at about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, I will be going into my trades, examining, researching, and allowing persons in my Patreon to actually see what I'm doing step by step. And if they so desired, they would be able to make the same trades when I make the trades. And this particular thing that I'm planning on doing, this is going to take basically 2 hours a day. And within that 2 hours a day, I'm just going to go in, take out some profit, and get out the market to show you that this is something that is doable. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a very small account of just $1,000. And I'm going to be using the BONK Bot to enter and exit my positions. And if you so desire, you will be able to follow along. And please note that with these type of positions, these are not going to be long hold positions. You're literally going to be getting in and getting out. See, notice the amount of money that could be made in this particular type of scenario. This is the PTSD trade and it's still running. You would have made 90% here. And if you had stayed in this position, you would now be at 191%. So you can't beat this, ladies and gentlemen. But the key to this is your due diligence. The key to this is to ensure that you check the coin at this particular point. This is the coin that I checked at the beginning of the class, ladies and gentlemen. So here it is from basically 7 p.m. to now. This coin has already moved over 200%. And it is running. It is still running. This is why you're able to do some tremendous things rather quickly. At this point, you would have made 300%, exit your trade. That's your trading for the evening. You would have come on 7 o'clock and it's 8:19. You done finished for the day. That $100, you done turn that into $300 and you can now smile. You take out your original amount, and if you so desire, you leave maybe $100 in there to see if it's still got some more juice in it to run further. But you would have known that you would have taken your profit out. And this is how quickly these new coin pairs move. So this will give you an idea how easy it would be for you to make consistent money every single day. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. If you just were to examine the top 3 to 4 performers within the hour of your signing on to your charts to sign on to do some trading, you would have noticed that it is more than doable for you to pull. Here it is, this one little area here, 145%, another quick 97%, and this run up here from the breakout, 300%. And here it is, this coin isn't even finished yet. It is going ballistic. And I'm glad that we found this to show you that this is something that is possible. So, like I said, if you're starting out with $1,000, that means that you can invest in 10 different coins, yes, but you're not going to do that. You're going to invest in one coin a day. One coin a day. So you're going to do your chart work, you're going to look through, and you're going to only enter maybe $100 in. And once that doubles, you take out your original amount, let that balance ride, and you just simply monitor your trade. And that is how you are able to make this type of money, even in times like these when Bitcoin and the overall market is in a heavy retracement at this particular time. Another thing that I should note to you guys is when you open up your deck screener, pay attention to these coins that are in the trending position up top, because what you may find is you can find some coins that will have potential life in them based on where they are. And these coins tend to be coins that have been showing some tremendous growth either within the last hour to 2 hours. And these would also be coins that would have gone past the 2 to 3 hour phase of creation and would have entered into the 2 to 3 day phase of creation. As we see here with this particular coin, it has been around a minute, a few hours, I should say. This particular coin has been around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours. So this is a coin that is seen as a longer life coin. But the reality is one that you don't, this is the place, or this is where individuals turn amounts of say $50, $60 into 150,000 or into $2 million. This is the ground where this is done. So if this is the ground where this is done, once you have taken your original investment out of the trade and you've made your profit of say 100% on your original investment, you can leave monies in, you can leave a balance in that particular trade to let it run. For instance, if you had entered this trade with this particular coin, Soul Kit, it went through its initial wave, first wave, second wave, and now it's starting a third wave, and that third wave is going ballistic. So here it is, a good starting point. Like I said, when you do open up your deck screener, take a look at the trending coins up at the top, open up the charts just to see what's happening with them. You may stumble across a winner in terms of structure. So you may be able to make some good money based on one of these longer life coins. But you must do your research. And this is the ground that you find the 100x and the 1000x, and this is how it's done. This is the ground where I make most of my huge gains in terms of when I have those 10x's and 20x's. This is where that is done. So if you're looking to make those type of gains, this is the groundwork for it. Well, this is the end of my presentation for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This particular video is going to be uploaded into the class, as well as this is going to be uploaded into YouTube. So don't panic if you missed anything. It will be uploaded and you will be able to go through the notes again. But this is the general breakdown of how you can trade the Solana base coins that you will find on Deck Screener. And this is the way that you can make a good deal of money in this field. And that is the end of my lecture for tonight. I want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me. I hope you were able to gain some knowledge from this. Please research, and also to be noted, I'm going to also upload some complimentary tutorial videos on how to use BONK Bot and how to use UNIBOT. So if there's anything that you may not have found clear, You can look to check the Discord server tomorrow. You will see the appropriate videos, and you can also check YouTube. I'll be uploading this to YouTube. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for sharing your evening with me. I hope this was of some value to you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Uh,
Hello.